sort of step into a hit. Watch this along the boards, Stretty. Boom.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh!
Boom.
That's Joe from the bridge going down.
Yes,
by the way.
yeah, that's right, yeah.
And by the way, Strutty, that's a non-contact ball hockey league.
Oh, so listen, I run some camps here, and the first thing I say is play with your head up. And you can clearly see his eyes are glued to that ball down there. So you might want to work on his stick handling first to get his eyes up, and then he doesn't see that train coming. Man, that's a hard. Was he okay? Did they have to?
I don't know if you could say Joe from the Bridge is okay. I mean, he was just in the studio, and he didn't make a lot of sense. And here's where it unravels. We're talking about the NHL top 20 centers list. There it is again. Oh, I got the back of his head on the boards, too. That's tough. So I'm just going to read this off. Connor McDavid, obviously number 1. Number 2 is Nathan McKinnon. Number 3, Leon Draisaitl. Number 4, Barkov. Number 5, Crosby. Number 6, Reichel. Number 7, Austin Matthews. Number 8, Braden Point. Number 9, Scheifele. Number 10, Suzuki. And I'll just go through the top 20. Sorry to overload everybody with the information, but we have to talk about this. So there's your top 10. Number 11 is Jack Hughes, Robert Thomas, Aho, Hirschire, Larkin, Stutzla, Hintz, Thompson, Celebrini, and Bennett round out the top 20. Now, Joe was of the opinion that Austin Matthews should be higher, and Fess and I both ixnayed that. Where are you?
Well, the point that Joe from the Bridge made, which may speak to the condition he was in after that hit, is Strutty. He made the point he believes that Matthews should be ranked ahead of Barkov.
No.
To which I said, did you not see who won the past 2 Stanley Cups and who was the captain of that team? How do you see that one, Strutty?
The problem for Barkov is that he plays in Florida. If he played in Canada, they'd be erecting statues about this how great of a player he is. I mean, he does everything well. He is just such a great player. So no, I don't have Matthews any higher than that at all. I mean, you got Sidney Crosby still playing at a high level, Jack Eichel, the 2 guys from Edmonton. I can't. No, I could not at all endorse any idea where Matthews moves up that list. But it's okay to be 7th. I mean, you're the 7th best, or let's say in that area, best center in the world. That's pretty amazing. Now, can he push his way up that list? Sure, he can. Sidney's not getting any younger. There's the ability for him to really flex his muscles, continue scoring, and push his team deeper than they have with this new mix they have here with the Leafs. But as it is right here today, at the end of August, there's no way I could endorse him going up higher.
Could you endorse Barkov going higher than number 4? McDavid, McKinnon, Draisaitl ahead of him.
If I'm starting a team and I get to pick one player, those 4, who's your last pick?
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
And I love Barkov,
yeah.
right? You're asking me to pick amongst my 3 favorite kids here, right?
Yeah.
So that's the hard thing. All different. You think about what I love about the sports is that, Veschek, all 4 guys are so different, right? Connor just overwhelms you with speed and kind of grace.
Dominant.
McKinnon, speed and just raw power. Like he looks like he's just cutting through the ice. He's so powerful. Leon, still pretty fast, but big, smart passer, big shot. And then you got Barkov, who's just covers all areas of the ice, big and strong, still scores when he's shut down other teams' top players. I mean, they're all different, but Veschek, they're all great in their own way, and that's what I love about it.
Yeah, it's a great debate. I mean, obviously, the thing with Barkov that kind of kills him in some rank is just like the stats aren't there, right? He's never been a stats guy. I mean, the Selke Trophy stats are pretty good because he's got multiple of those. But 71-point guy last year, but he was something like a point a game in the playoffs. But so it's hard to kind of put a measurement on the guy when you realize that he's a defense first tone setter. I mean, you heard Paul Maurice during the playoffs, guys, that when your captain and your number 1 center thinks about defense before he thinks about anything, it sets a tone that kind of goes through the entire team, and I think that speaks to why this team has got the championship pedigree it does.
Oh, for sure. And he can he can score. It's not like he doesn't score, but he just, he's like, like a younger Anze Kopitar, right? Who just covers so much ice and does so many things well. So as a coach, you're like, okay, we need something. Okay, open the door, get out there. And obviously your captain is going to be out there often at the front of that list. But I just like how he does so many different things so well at the same time. Like, you think of Jonathan Toews was somewhat like that role for the Chicago Blackhawks, right? And then you had Kane beside him, who was, just Mr. Highlight Reel. And Toews had his moments, but I wouldn't say he was a massive point producer either. So, but all three of those guys, Kopitar, Barkov, and Toews, all are Stanley Cup winners multiple times.
Yeah, I threw Datsuk in there as well. They're sort of, they're well-rounded players. They play really good defensive, high skill level offensively, and can play physically as well.
Well, that said, Matt, you talk about Matthews having the opportunity to climb this list. I mean, I think at his best, he's probably been as high as number 2 on this list behind McDavid, right? And he's obviously been the MVP of the league. But when you've got, you're coming off a 33-goal season, you got 4 goals in your most recent 18 playoff games. Those numbers are going to drop you in the rankings. I mean, you're a goal scorer by definition. You have to score more than he has scored.
Well, I guess let me ask you guys this. Is there a risk that now with Marner out, and let's just say a really good player came out of their lineup, with him out now, is there a risk that he's pushing too hard, trying to do too much, and trying to be, the superhero every night?
Could be. I mean, this is the big question. What Austin Matthews will we get during the regular season and the playoffs without Marner? And this is something you would address every 10 games, because it's probably going to be a different winger on occasion on that top line. There's nobody set there.
Yeah, it's a wide open race for who's going to be his right winger. I mean, obviously it feels like Matthew Nyes and him might be a complementary pair, but exactly who will fill out that Marner spot. They got Mateus Michelli here, who as a potential begin, kind of day one guy. He's been penciled in there, but I would say it's very light pencil. And then but I mean, the bottom line is, when you think about it, it's uncharted territory for this guy. I mean, it's been ever since Babcock left the building, he and Marner have spent a lot of time together. And, there's that sample size. People have been pointing to the sample size of, a 40-something games where Matthews has played without Marner in his career and scored at similar rates to when Marner's been in the lineup. But it's a really small sample size. If you look at the bulk of their careers together, they really did help each other an awful lot.
Oh, 2 elite players. I mean, they're going to do well. So now, Matthew Nyes, he has to, and I think he's one of the guys that Matthews talked about. I think is going to take a step. He's a guy that has to take another step. What did he have, like 50 points last year or something off the top of my head? I think that he's a guy that could continue to improve and continue to help just drive a line. Because Matthews is an elite player, so you get to play with him. Can he become 60 points? I don't know if he can get past up that. Maybe playing with him than the guy on the other side. So there's really opportunity there for Matthew Nyes to kind of probably get more puck touches, feel like he can make more plays, because obviously with Marner on the line, you don't mind him having the puck at all.
So here's Matthew Nyes at the Brampton fundraiser yesterday last night.